It's r/Tales from Retail time. Voicey Veterans, today we fight the hordes of angry EPs as they invade the spaces we work and shop. Make sure your arsenal of stock image shurikens is full, and your calm reading voice is warmed up, because here they come. It's invasion time in this episode of VoiceyHere's Tales from Retail. This story was called My Angriest Retail Customer with a Twist. Got reminded of this gem from way back today. Enjoy. So I was working as a manager for an auto parts store. This story takes place about a year into my stay there. First, a little background to set the scene. The store is in the corner of a supermarket shopping center. We were at the very end around the corner. Next to us is a video rental store, the corner space. Next to that, the supermarket. Store opens at 8 AM. Clock in to start opening at 7 AM. This day, I pull in around 6:45 to open, and there is a truck parked in the lot already. It's backed into the space across the lot from the front doors, so facing the doors. There is a man inside drumming his fingers and looking ticked. I park, see my coworker pull in and park, and get out to open the doors. As soon as the man in the truck sees my shirt, he jumps out of his truck and starts approaching the store, carrying a paper grocery bag. "Sorry sir, I'm just opening up the doors to start counting. I can't let you in until 8 AM. "Fine, I'll deal with you then." He stomps back to the truck and slams the door closed. Great. Coworker meets up with me and we enter and start counting. By the time I'm loading the cash drawers into the registers, he's pacing outside holding his bag. 8 o'clock finally rolls around and I unlock the doors. I don't even make it back around the counter before I hear a loud bang. Angry man has kicked the front door open to the point the glass in the front of the store is rattling. He then stomps up to the counter and slams his grocery bag on the counter. It's obviously not light, it makes a loud bang. Outlined in the bag is a fairly large box. "You jerk sold me a bad alternator. My mechanic charged me 6+ hours of labor to put it in, then take it back out, and you are going to fix this." He is yelling the entire conversation. "Look, I'm sorry you got a bad alternator. It happens once in a while. We can certainly file a labor claim, but first I need to see about another alternator." Turns out to be off a van, can't remember the make, but it was non-stocking, 2-day special order, and around $300. I explain it will take me 2 days to see one, and he proceeds to lose his mind. He's gone from yelling to screaming. What followed was him screaming expletives at me about the company I worked for and myself. The employees from the video store next door are now peeking through the front window to see what the heck is going on. A customer that was going to come into the store is now with them outside staring in. "Look man, I told you what I can do. Just give me my money back, I paid cash." This is a problem. The drawers have a set amount of money in the morning, and I can't access the safe deposits. I only have a small amount of extra bills in the change rolls. "I'm afraid I don't have that kind of cash right now." He cuts me off screaming again. "So you won't give me my freaking money? Give me the freaking corporate number now!" This guy is full on red-faced, pulsing veins screaming. I've had it at this point and I'm getting ticked. Coworker is ready to call the cops. There are now multiple customers gathered outside the doors with the window store employees, not wanting to enter and watching this go down. At this point, I snapped a bit. "Look, I'll be more than happy to give you your money back in the form of rolls of quarters, dimes and nickels, if it will get you out of my store at this point." "Fine, do it. Can I at least have the receipt?" He pulls the alternator box out of the bag and slams it on the counter, then slaps down the receipt. I look at the receipt and the box for a good few seconds and look him in the eye. At this point, I'm stone-faced and more than a little ticked. You'll find not my store, auto parts, over the freeway behind the taco mill. He didn't even apologize, just stared at me for a few seconds, snatched his crap off the counter, and walked out the door past the now fairly large group of people gathered outside. It's hard to know if people like this are just always angry, or are they just having like a really bad week or something. I mean, you can understand why somebody would be upset if they paid for over 6 hours of labor for a part that didn't even work. But imagine being so angry that you didn't even return it to the right store. You just start yelling off at some random people. Even if it was the right store, it's not like the cashier personally handed you a broken alternator. They were willing to do a labor claim. So yeah, it sucks that you wasted your time, but you're gonna get your money back. Ironically, he's the one who wasted everyone else's time, and more of his own, because of his own carelessness. Let this be a lesson, don't let your anger get the better of you. This story was called, "This Kindergarten Math is Too Difficult for Me." I used to work at a gas station in a big city. This gas station had an automated car wash, which was the source of most of our customer grievances. In the winter, we had to close the car wash if the temperature fell below -18 degrees Celsius, about 0 degrees Fahrenheit. Otherwise, with everyone trying to get the salt off their car, and the doors being opened constantly, the water pipes could freeze and burst. So it's 5 PM, it's dark out already, it's -20 degrees C, and I just got around to closing the car wash. This annoys most people and I never hear the end of it. But one lady was understanding, or so I thought. Both my coworker and I have a line of about 5 people, and next in line for me is this lady in her mid-30s. "Hi, I've got the $60 on pump 3. And I would like a car wash." Right, well unfortunately the car wash is closed right now because of the temperature, but I can still give you one and it'll be good for 6 months. Sorry about that. "Okay, sure, that's fine." Okay, so my boss came up with a deal that if anyone buys a car wash while it was closed due to the temperature, they get a $3 discount. This discount also stacks with the $2 discount you get for buying more than 25 liters, 6.5 gallons, of gas. Which you did, so whichever car wash you want, it will be $5 off. "I don't understand." She looks a little confused. Okay, you got more than 25 liters of gas, so you get $2 off any car wash. "Right." "Right, so you also get another $3 off any car wash because the car is currently closed due to the cold weather." "Oh, okay." "Yeah, so that means you get a total of $5 off." "Well, hold on, where are you getting the $5 from?" At this point my mind just goes blank in disbelief. It's basic math. How does she not understand that 2 + 3 = 5? Maybe she's just had a long day at work and is exhausted? That's okay, I'll just ring her up the total. I keep my cheerful, friendly demeanor and ask her which car wash she would like. She picks her car wash and I give her the total price, but she looks very confused now. "Hold on, that's not right. Shouldn't it be this price?" Normally yeah, but you get the $5 off, so..." "Where are you getting the $5 from?" This lady is visibly annoyed now, and I'm running out of ways to politely explain how Toddler's Math works. I look over at my coworker who is clearly trying not to laugh while serving his customers. He gives me a subtle glance that clearly says, "Good luck with this one." I look at the lady again and fumble over my words. You get $2 off and $3 off, so you get $5 off, you know? Lady now looks like she is trying to comprehend time travel and astrophysics simultaneously. She slams her purse down on the counter. "Ugh, never mind, I don't want the car wash anymore. But just let me pay for my gas so I can go." Alright then. A bit later when the store was finally free of customers, my coworker starts laughing hysterically and asks what the heck just happened. I don't know man, but she drove a Porsche SUV. I hope her job doesn't involve anything related to taxes. It's the most awkward thing when you're talking to somebody and they don't understand something really basic. I mean, I know when I'm on the other side and I'm just having one of those days, I'll just be open and honest and be like, "I'm sorry, I know I'm stupid right now, just explain it to me really simply." But if you're speaking to someone and they can't comprehend that 2 + 3 = 5, you feel almost like you're kidding, right? Like, even if I explain this to you that 2 + 3 = 5 and you finally understand, you're gonna be super embarrassed that you didn't get it for a while, and I'm gonna feel embarrassed that I put you in that position. So there's no way to win. No wonder they fumbled over their words. Like, what do you do in that situation? This story was called "Lady Tries to Hold Up My Line." So this was a couple years ago, but it's getting close to the time where I'm going to be working at this place again, so I figure I might as well share before new pleasant memories are made. This seasonal store is my first and only introduction to the retail industry, sad as that is, and I do like it any other time besides when things are chaotic and out of hand. Anyways, it's a particular strain of Halloween store, and as it got closer to the holiday, the rushes that I dealt with were practically every shift, and I almost got used to it, even if it was my first retail job. I had not known about Karen types before this, and by golly I wish it remained that way. I'm simply standing at my register, checking people out as fast as I can while remaining friendly. The line is weaving through the maze of merchandise, and as with any store, we are understaffed and I'm the only cashier up front. Manager is in the fitting rooms. I have no way to contact her, no radios, so I'm tragically effed if anything goes pear-shaped. And so it did. Here comes Karen, hands full of costumes for her gremlins, which she did not have with her. I ring her up, everything is going good. She's being polite actually. The interaction begins. Good afternoon, ma'am. I hope you found everything you were looking for?
Hi, and yes I did. Do you know if there are any coupons available?
I'm sorry, I don't know if we do. You can look on the website or in your email if you signed up. Karen already on her phone.
I don't know, I can't connect to the internet right now. It's not a big deal.
Liar. Well, just let me know. I get through her entire $200 plus order and happily send her on her way so I can get through the rest of the line and my shift. And of course, I, ignorant, think I did good and that she won't come back. I am very wrong. I get through a couple more people before this lady storms back into the store and pushes into the front of the line, stopping me from asking another person to come up.
I found a coupon online. I want you to void all this and let me buy it with the coupon that you didn't tell me about.
Me flustered and confused. Miss, I can't do that. I'm a sales associate and my manager is too busy to come up here. I can only ask you to hold on until she can come up.
No, I'm staying here until you do something about it.
I look at her and to the irritated and similarly confused people in line behind her. I try to get through at least another person. It's really awkward because that is in fact what she's doing. Standing there giving me a dirty look. Again, I can't call my manager and I sure as heck can't leave the busy counter. Finally, one of the other associates comes up, probably to work on the other register, and I stop her and ask if she can get the manager or at least tell her what's happening. She says that the manager is really busy, but she'll try. Karen finally huffed and stepped off a little so I could keep doing my job. My manager eventually came up to, I guess, refund or return everything for Karen, and she was out of my hair. The rest of the day is unimportant. Cleanup killed me because rushes suck. Apparently Karen said that I was extremely rude and that I should be written up or something. My manager was cool and just asked for my side, and believed me when I said I wasn't. I was actually in a really similar situation to this recently. I normally just order a pizza on my phone and just add the coupons, but in this case I just happened to be driving by and went into the pizza place. I asked the guy if they had any coupons and he didn't know. So do you know what I did? I stood back because I said I didn't want to waste the guy's time, went on my phone to look for the coupon, and then when I found it, I made the order. I mean, how ridiculous would it have been if I had ordered the pizza, then asked the guy if there was any coupons, left the store and then come back to be like, actually there were coupons, I want some money back. This story was called Lady Yells at Me on the Phone for Doing My Job. Alright, I've never made a post before, so sorry if this seems rambly. I work at a bridal shop as a customer service rep. I answer phones, book appointments, check people in and out, and handle transactions. I also have to call brides and bridesmaids about their special order dresses arriving in store. The majority of the time, the brides and bridesmaids are over the moon excited that their dress is in, and they can come pick it up, and they are the sweetest people to talk to. However, some brides can be the literal devil incarnate and end up ruining your night or reputation because they didn't get exactly what they wanted. I'm also very new, like less than 2 months working here new. This was one of those devil brides from last night. I'm making special order calls. Crazy lady has 3 dresses under her name, no names for bridesmaids. I call her.
Hello?
Hi, this is me calling from the bridal shop. How are you tonight?
Good, thanks.
I'm just calling to let you know that I have 3 special order dresses in store and ready to be picked up.
There are supposed to be 4.
Oh, okay. I'm only seeing 3 under your name, but I can check your file to see where the 4th one is.
Yes, please. I'm not coming to get my dresses until all of them are there.
Okay, so it looks like the bridesmaid dress in size 4 was picked up by one of your bridesmaids. So I just have the 2 size 8s and the size 6 ready for pickup. Would it be possible for me to grab a general idea from you of when you'll be able to come pick up?
I'm very busy with work and I don't know when I'm free.
Okay, no worries. Our store policy is that any special order dresses in our inventory have to be picked up within 7 days, so you have your dress as soon as possible. Now if you can't make it in store, we can ship.
I just told you I'm very busy with work. I don't know my schedule, and now you're telling me that you're going to give my dresses to someone else?
Oh, No, sorry for any confusion. I was about to say we can ship your dress to...
That's extremely rude of you to say that. I paid for those dresses, they're mine. You can't just give them to someone else if I've paid for them.
I'm sorry, ma'am. We're not giving your dresses to anyone but you. We can ship them to your house if that makes it easier.
Put your manager on now. That's so rude of you to say. I paid for those dresses, and they're not going to anyone else.
Let me put you on hold while I speak to a manager. At this point, I was shaking with a mixture of confusion, anger, and fear. I've never had someone twist my words so quickly before I'd even finished talking and turn it into a bigger deal than it ever should have been. I went to find my manager. She was in altercations with the customer. I calmly explained the situation to her and what CL was saying on the phone. My manager says that she won't be finished with this appointment for at least 10 to 15 minutes. I go back to the front desk and pick up CL, who had been on hold, and explain that my manager was busy but could call her right back.
I don't care if she's busy. I want to speak to her now.
I'm sorry, ma'am. She's in an appointment and will call you back as soon as she's finished with another customer. I hung up the line and decided to let my manager deal with whatever was going to happen when either she called CL back or CL called her. Not even 3 minutes later, my phone rings again. Good evening. Thank you for calling the bridal shop in my city. My name is Me. How can I help you? Crazy lady's fiance. Hi, is there a manager working tonight? Yes, there is. She's in an appointment right now. Can I take your name and get her to call you right back? No, just get her attention for me. I'm sorry, she's in an appointment. It could take up to 20 minutes for her to be free. Can I take your name, please? Just get her attention. I'm going to have to put you on hold while she finishes her appointment. Is that alright? Fine. I hold the call, let my manager know that someone was on the line. At this point, I didn't know that it was CL's fiance. He didn't give a name or any indication to who he was, and went back to making calls. My manager finishes her appointment a good 20 minutes later and comes back to the front to answer the phone call. All heck breaks loose. Seriously.
Thank you for holding. I'm my manager, the operations manager here. How can I help you?
CF and CL literally screaming bloody murder in the background.
I have a huge problem with one of your employees telling my fiancée that if she doesn't pick up her dresses right away, that you're going to give them to someone else? What kind of business model is that?
I can assure you that that was not the conversation that was had. We would never sell your dresses to anyone but you. They are yours. Your dresses. At this point, the only thing coming from their end of the line was CL screaming that I was lying. The fiancé yelling that my manager was useless and crying. My manager said that we could ship the dresses directly to their houses so they wouldn't have to come to the store. And they lost it again, yelling that I specifically ruined their entire experience. I, a brand new, slightly trained CSR just doing my job, ruined their wedding for them. My poor manager is just giving me, help me, looks while they're screaming at her and accusing her and myself. She eventually worked out a shipment arrangement with them and hung up the line. We ended up having to put them on a manager-only call list so I wouldn't have the opportunity to ruin their wedding again. And I had to switch my shifts this weekend from morning to afternoon in case they came in and saw me, since we have name tags. I bet she 100% completely misses the hypocrisy of, well, I'm busy so I can't come pick up the dresses. Can I speak to your manager? Oh, what's that? Your manager is busy doing their job? Yeah, that's not good enough. I need to speak to them now. So you're a customer at a store, and your excuse is that you're busy. Well, do you know who else is busy? Almost every single other human being on the entire planet Earth. It's just that most of the other busy people extend the courtesy of listening to another person when they're speaking to them. You know, so you don't go into some paranoid rant about how they're selling or giving away your dresses. It doesn't matter how busy you are, you always have time for some patience. If you'd like your story to be narrated by me, don't forget to visit the subreddit r/VoiceyHere, link below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you'd like to see more. Alright, I'll see you in the next one.